if you think we live in the age of an easy payment via the internet, it's only going to get crazier. In front of me, I have this new application that's going to be based on mobile payment system with RFID tags, where you'll be able to just pay for anything right there. I think it's basically by swiping something. You wouldn't even need a computer or a cell phone device. The applications are to integrate features belonging to both PingPing's payment system for mobile phones and TouchTag's contactless service, including interactive advertising, loyalty, and coupon services. As a result of the partnership, Belgium customers will be able to replace the cards, which are presently needed to initiate a series of applications, with a contactless card or RFID sticker for access to new services, to pay for services, or receive information. So, when you watch this Project Natal, and, you know, the girl is going through dresses, it's all just like Minority Report. And now when you watch CNN, they have holograms, and they have those large screens where they're able to expand everything and just move everything. It's kind of like the Bourne Identity with the CIA. And you got to wonder, do they have those? Are those really operational? Is that something that's being used as we speak? We do know that technology is at least 30 years behind what the governments have. No, you know, the B-2 bomber, that was or I'm sorry, what is it? Why am I blanking? Paul, stealth bomber, what's it called? Just the stealth bomber, is that it? Yeah, stealth bomber. That's the last declassified plane out there, right? SR-12. What? SR-22? Are you just messing with me? Oh, yeah? Is that for real? Look at you. Look at Jaron, the big brain on Jaron. See, my tech guy doesn't just wear fake mustaches when he's on the YouTube. He knows about the SR-22. He's probably just as smart as I am. What do you got for me, Jaron? I see you want to talk to me. Oh, you're gonna put it on PrisonPlanet.tv? Oh, the SR-71 Blackbird. That's not the last stealth bomber, is it? No, that's not even stealth, man. Look at maybe you're not that smart. No, that's garbage. You're garbage, Jaron. I'm going to go to another call. I'm kind of ranting and raving anyway. Let's go to Lynn in Miami. Lynn, you're on the line.
Hi, Jason. How are you this evening?
Good.
I first of all want to thank you for being so brave. And for years, after all my dinner parties, I always show loose change.
Oh, awesome.
So people leave in shock when they leave my house. So,
well, that's one of those ways. A lot of people say, you know, what can I do? Well, you can hold a dinner party or have a gathering. Maybe you're going to play cards or bridge or poker, and you put it on even in the background. You're going to get some heads to turn, and I think that's awesome that you're doing that.
Absolutely. I'm a pharmacist, and I'm also a naturopathic doctor, and I saw parts of that last night, that 2100, and I called the cable. I disconnected. I called DirecTV. I disconnected my television. I cannot take it. I called ABC. I was so angry. I have never seen anything more disgusting on television in my whole life. And the worst part wasn't just the scaring you about all the viruses coming to get you, but the commercials were Gardasil and other vaccine commercials.
So while they were predictive programming you for all these diseases and whatnot, they were promoting the vaccinations in between. Oh, there's no agenda there. They could have never thought that up.
I know. It's funny. The lady from ABC said, she goes, "Oh, I know." She said, "I kind of watched it for a second myself. I totally understand what you're saying." I said, "You know how many people have died from Gardasil?" And I said, "I am so tired as a pharmacist of seeing people lose their jaw or..." Hello?
Yeah, no, you're still on.
Oh, okay, lose their jaw or from Fosamax or all these different drugs. And that's why I became a naturopath, because natural has got so much more to offer people than what drugs ever can. So,
well, you hear it from the horse's mouth, folks. This is a pharmacist coming out and saying, hey, those drugs are going to hurt you, especially a Gardasil shot for your teenage daughter. We'll be back after this. It's the InfoWarrior.
Do you understand how dark it is? How far down the line we are? How late it is?
As RFID tags and other technologies begin to become smaller and smaller through nanotech, Verichip, for instance, just shaved off 3 millimeters from their already rice-sized chip. 3 millimeters, I'm sorry, was from 11 millimeters down to 8. They're still not doing well financially. They haven't been able to roll out their cashless society control grid. But that doesn't matter. Friday, they reported Verichip can remain listed on the NASDAQ. Verichip Corp said it received notice that its stock can remain listed on the NASDAQ stock market and can transfer to the NASDAQ capital market effective May 29th. However, the Delray Beach-based company also said that to remain on the NASDAQ, it must demonstrate compliance with all continued listing standards of the NASDAQ's capital market by September 1st. Verichip said in March that it had been notified it was not in compliance with the requirements to have $10 million in stockholders' equity to remain on the NASDAQ stock market, nor did it meet the $2.5 million in stockholders' equity required to remain on the NASDAQ capital market. But that doesn't matter because they have big plans for a microchip in the future. Sure, they have the edible RFIDs, and we showed you the corkscrew nanotechnology thing that was, I think, a 300th times smaller than a sperm cell. Sure, they have all that stuff, but Verichip and Digital Angel Corp, they're their boys. They're their plan. Believe it. And Tommy Thompson, who was a huge spokesman for this, he was the former head of Health and Human Services. He made a presidential run for the Republican Party in the last election. Dropped out early in the primaries. Loves it. I have an interview with him. Go find. You know, we should find that interview, although I am all sweaty and young and in a suit, where he's talking about how it's going to be great for the military, biometrics are going to be everywhere, and now you're seeing them in the new Xbox controller. Believe it. Believe the hype. It's there.
Gotta make a plan, gotta do what's right. Can't run around in circles if you wanna build a life. But I don't wanna make a plan for a day far away. While I'm young and while I'm able, all I wanna do is...
Recently we've discussed that GPS devices are already in your phones, but many of them are not fitted with RFID tags. Well, that's all changing. We just read you that latest article, but this one is called Tetherball. Tetherball first in U.S. to deploy RFID-based mobile loyalty program that solves the measurability puzzle in mobile marketing. Most important, our RFID-based solution, which works on any mobile phone, eliminates fraud and allows our clients to measure the performance of their campaigns with pinpoint accuracy via real-time validation and reporting. Brands are looking more reliable mobile solution that is easy to deploy and delivers measurable results. And our solution does both with exceptional results. And again, this is about tracking, tracing, and databasing even more of your life. See, the RFID tag, the way they're able to do it with the phone is all your text messages, your phone conversations, your web surfing on the phone is going out there. Now, with this RFID chip, it won't be just, okay, there's a phone number there. With the RFID tag, they'll know exactly who's using the phone. They'll have the medical records. It'll all be part of this new IBM smart grid that they're building. Remember, you're an informed customer, and you care about the environment. You're ready to sacrifice and use less for a better tomorrow. Personally, I'm not ready to sacrifice and use less. That's brainwashing techniques that have no place in the free world. All right, we're going to start this clip, and we're going to start it at the point where the young boy is scanning in his own gear. And remember that this kind of technology did exist, but they're taking it to a new level right now where it has biometric capabilities of facial recognition and voice recognition on top of that. And the motion sensor of your body is simply incredible. Go check out the whole clip over at the INFOWARRIOR.com. Still one of the top stories over there. Let's jump to Dan in Alaska. Dan, how you doing tonight?
Man, I'm doing awesome. That's just sickening. You know, I already let my kids play video games an hour, half hour a day, maybe, depending on whether or not they bug me. But there's no way I'm going to leave the Xbox connected to the internet.
Yeah, no kidding. No, you know what? And that's the really crazy thing is that people don't realize they're putting a spy device in their home with it connected 24/7 in your living room, more than likely. Yeah, it's probably not going to be in your kid's bedroom. Go ahead.
What? The laptops and the cell phones aren't bad enough. Now we got to, make it even further.
Well, let me say this. The laptops and the cell phones don't have inherent voice recognition or facial scanning recognition software. That would have to go through a third-party software, but this thing does. That's what's really scary.
I wanted flying cars for the new millennium.
You know the flying car exists, right, Dan? It doesn't.
Absolutely, yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's great.
It looks kind of goofy, but it's there.
Yes, it does, and it's really expensive. But I really encourage my children to get out in the outdoors and play and be a child, not a idiot.